Even though this is an advanced session, but if you are a beginner in crypto trading, drop one in the chat. If you are a beginner in crypto trading, we are about 19 people here. If you are a beginner, drop one in the chat. Let me know the people that I'm communicating with. So if you are a beginner in the chat, drop one in the chat. If you are a beginner in crypto, drop one in the chat. If you're a beginner in using Royal Q, drop one in the chat. Then I believe I have more experience. Okay, so so drop one in the chat. I have only 2 people here out of the 19 people. Only 2 people are beginners. Wow. Okay. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 people here who are beginners out of the 21 people here. Okay, that is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so for the sake of these 4 people, I cherish them a lot, and I appreciate the fact that they've been honest to themselves and their journey towards growth. And I love such people because they always yearn for more and they are willing to grow. Okay, so far so good. Out of 22 people that are 22 people that we have here, I have 4 of them as my colleagues who are beginners like myself who are yearning to learn something new. So let's go together. Right. Okay, so now we are discussing about this an advanced session where we unveil a lot of knowledge and also we go in depth about a lot of things because we need further knowledge about our journey. And as we dig the shallow information, we also need to dig the deeper part of it so that we can be able to be well abreast with the system of knowledge and also the system of trading, right? So when it comes to crypto trading entails a lot of things. When it comes to crypto trading entails a lot of things. And since an advanced class, permits me, let's talk about some of the trading, some forms of trading. Okay, so I'm going to be wide this morning. I'm going to open up the session this morning. So there are different forms of trading, right? Now, the reason why we say that cryptocurrency is volatile, and in as much as it is volatile, it's risky because if care is not taken, you may end up losing your money, right? Though, if you are get to understand the concept of crypto trading, you would always do it. You would always love to trade cryptos, right? Now, when it comes to crypto trading, so let me share my screen. Okay. So now, there are different forms of trading. And the base of, for instance, do you know you can do P2P trading? You can be a P2P merchant to be making money, right? Now, we have sports trading, we have futures, we have arbitrage. Mm. In fact, we have staking. Okay, we have staking. Mm. We have NFTs. NFTs. There are about 15 different forms of trading in crypto. Even let me add airdrops. Airdrops. They're also part of it. What again? Let me see if you also got some to add. What again are you going to add to the chat or to the information? We have P2P, sports futures, arbitrage, staking, NFTs, airdrops. Let me see if my audience are here and they also enjoy different sessions of it. Okay, so derivatives. Okay, so someone is saying derivatives. Okay, Good. So let me add derivatives. So if I add derivative, then I have to clean futures. Okay. So derivatives. Hmm. Derivatives. So another derivatives, you may look at other forms of it. Okay. So all these are different forms of what? Different forms of trading, right? All these are different forms of trading. Now, when we talk of derivatives, basically, when we talk of derivatives, let me see. If you mind writing, you can write them. If you mind writing all these forms of trading, you can write them. Okay. So I'm cleaning them, right? Hope I can proceed to clean. I assume my students are taking notes or taking lessons, so I'm taking time. Now, so someone just brought in derivatives, so let me take time to expatiate derivatives. Let me take time to expatiate what derivatives. Now, basically, derivatives, when we talk of derivatives, derivative entails a lot of things. It's all about contract trading. So we have under derivatives, we have futures, we have option, mm, we have margin trading under derivatives. And what again? Mm. So under derivative, we have futures, option, margin. And this is left with one. Left with one. Let me see if my audience also have it there. Left with one under the derivatives. Okay. All right. So when it comes to trading, you just need to be familiar with some of these things. The risks involved before you pull your neck into it. This is the reason why this session is what is an advanced session. The advanced session is to equip you with advanced knowledge about the market, about trading, about the various risks in the market, and then also how to cope with them, how to neglect them, and also how to deal with them as well. Okay, so over here on in Royal Kill, we focus on the spot and the futures what? The spot and the futures market. The spot and futures. That is our focus. And I'll tell you the reason why we trade on the spot and futures markets, even though that is what Royal Kill has given to us. And if they bring any, we will proceed to do that. If they add any of other forms of trading to it, we may proceed to do that. But to my point of view and my experience, I think spot and futures are enough. Why? Because, for instance, not because you cannot do other forms of trading. You can operate with another forms of trading. If one, you have more funds, after investing more, you could also go to other forms of trading. For instance, P2P. P2P, if you have money, there are traders. I have some team members that are running P2P business and at the same time trading. Because P2P is just like our normal Momo transaction that we've been operating, where you see Momo merchants. That is how the P2P also works, right? That is just the meaning of the P2P, where you are able to buy different forms of cryptocurrencies, you sell them, make your profits. Yeah. And if you are a merchant, your risk is different from the people that do trade cryptos. Because there may be some people that may buy USDT and refuse to, or that may sell USDT, even though, despite the fact that there are escrows involved, it also entails a little risk as a P2P merchant. There is nothing like no risk at all. but it entails, which is less risk, right? Good. Now, talk of staking. So basically, staking is normal in crypto trading, right? Now, when you talk of staking, is the means of locking your capital, okay? Locking your capital within a particular asset for you to gain value over profit. So when it comes to staking, Binance and other exchanges have got different percentages given on a particular asset that you stake. So you just lock the capital. You are locking the capital for some time. So looking at staking and then spot trading, right? Now, spot trading is about buying the asset at a lower price and then also selling it at a higher price. Even though there are similarities between staking and spot trading, but I think, or with my experience and knowledge, I know spot trading is more advanced with profitability as compared to staking. Why? Because staking comes with a fixed percentage that is given over a period of time, depending on your staking package. Maybe if you decide to go for a month, 2 months, based on how the exchange is giving has arranged it, right? Now, aside that, on spot markets, the asset could rise at any moment or drop at any moment. That is the risk involved, and that is the same risk that is involved is also in the staking. But on the spot market, there is no limit to the profit you can make so far as the asset could rise. But on staking, there is a limit because it is given to you based on percentage. So even if the asset decide to rise, let's say 300%, your share is not up to all the 300%. It is based on the staked percentage. I agree. Do you get it? I'm trying to expand your level of understanding about crypto to learn more. Do you get it? I always want to know that if you understand whatever I explain to you. That's the reason I keep asking. Do you get it? Do you get it? Hmm? Very good. Very good. Now, what makes, just like spot trading, what makes staking to be of another level is this. If you are staking an asset, mind you, whilst we are about to talk about advanced trading, we may look at some of the risks involved in spot trading. And one of the risks involved in spot trading is the listing of coins or devaluation. Okay, so let me use the word devaluation of what? Of coins. And this has to do with how prices drop very sharp without having fast increasing, without increasing very fast. Okay, so when an asset is devalued, okay, when an asset is devalued, it affects the actual price of the asset. Which simply means if you buy an asset on the spot market, I'm trying to use this idea on the spot market to explain to you something about staking. Which simply means if you buy the asset and then the price goes down, and it happens that that asset is not one of the performing assets or one of the what do we call it? Maybe chain assets or utility token or asset utility, that would be the right word for me to use. Maybe utility assets, it may affect you a lot because your value or your money would reduce its value. The same thing applies to staking. So if you lock your capital in a particular asset, when the price goes down, despite the fact that you are not getting all the total percentage because you are getting based on the agreed percentage. Now, if it happens that the price also goes down, it affects your income as well or your capital. which simply means you stand a chance of what? Of losing that money which you have taken. That is the reason why when it comes to trading, you see on spot trading, whilst you're about to learn, I would advise you that okay, go for utility tokens because they are those ones that you can trust return. Because taking is long term. Sometimes it takes you, maybe there are some products that takes maybe 7 days, sometimes 6 months, sometimes 1 year, or so on and so forth, based on the package you have in Binance, right? Now, it is so dangerous to lean on a particular asset which may fall below utility token or a strong project coin. Why? Because there are a lot of scams in cryptocurrencies, and these are how some of the scams begins to rise for them to take your money away, even on the spot market. A coin can be listed, okay? A coin can be what? Can be listed. Now, when this coin is listed, first they give or they generate what you call public attention. Public what? Attention. So they generate what you call publicity. And after they've been able to publicize their coin, they increase their value. They increase the value, which simply means more people will begin to rush to invest in that particular coin. Now, over a period of time, the coin will be devalued, the value will decrease, there will be a devaluation of that particular asset. Once the value decreases, think about it. What is going to happen to your income? What is going to happen? Let's see. What is going to happen to your income? What is going to happen to your income? Mhm. When the price of an asset, when the value goes very down, what is going to happen to your income? All right, it will decrease. It will decrease. So shrink your investment. Very good. To decrease, or it will do what? To shrink your investment. That is the spot market. So in the same manner too, if it happens that you try to stake, you are trading through a system of staking, and you don't understand some of these things, a coin can be listed. It will create public attention. They will ask you to stake. Now, what makes the staking to be of different level as compared to the spot market is your staking, depend on the package, cannot be unlocked. If you agree that it is 6 months, this 6 months, you cannot unlock your money back until the 6 months is over. Which simply means if it happen that you see this value, unlike the spot market where you have the attention to release back your money into USDT or to sell it back into USDT, any other performing coin. With staking, when you stake this 6 month coin, this asset for 6 months, you will not be able to unstake it until the time is due, which simply means anything that is happening to your money would happen to your money, despite the fact that you've seen with your naked eyes that the price of the asset is not performing and it is even going to the point where it can be delisted. Do you get it? Are we learning? Do you get it? Very good. Very good. Very good. This is the reason why. This is the reason why online trading is good. But if you don't go further to learn and understand what entails in online trading, you may lose massively and you may regret your decision. So always it is good for you to go advanced. I'm just prompting you that going advanced is important in your trading journey. And if it care enough for you to go advanced, prefer to go advanced in anything you do. So that is the reason I love this book called Go Pro. Personally, the title of the book alone changes me to read the book. Not because just there are vital information in the book. I don't know if you've ever read Go Pro before. The word Go Pro simply means go advance, become a pro. So you need to learn how to go advance in whatever you do. Never be ignorant. And the price of ignorance is expensive. The price of ignorance is what? Is expensive. You may sometimes live to pay for it forever because of a little ignorance. You know, a lot of people sold their Bitcoin, a lot of people bought certain cryptocurrencies due to the fact that they couldn't go pro in crypto. So that is the reason why when it comes to staking as a form of trading, it is always advisable that if you want to stake any assets, there are assets like Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, BNB, and other few that may be recommended for you to stake if you care enough to stake a coin. But for you to rely on recent created coins may end up hurting you. Why? Because you and I know that these are the only cryptocurrencies, these are some of the most cryptocurrencies, like the utility tokens. They are those cryptocurrencies that have good nature in the market, unlike other meme coins that we know. So if you sit for someone to create a coin to advise you to stake, you are just investing for someone. You are not investing for yourself, because mind you, staking is an investment. You see, the more you put money in a coin, the more people invest, the more people buy, the more people invest in, the more the price goes up. And when it happens, so they may be able to earn more and releases their profits from the assets, leading you to losses in the market. And these are some of the things that happens in cryptocurrencies a lot. Most coins are created, and after few years, few months, the owner decides to do what? To releases his money that is invested in the coin, so that the coin can do what? Can lose its value. Once it loses its value, you bought it at a very expensive price, you've invested in it, you are anticipating the price to go up, and now the price keeps going down. You run your investment shrink. You get the concept. That is the reason why, from day one, personally, whoever that brings staking project to me, I always tell the person, my brother, I have been in this space for a very long time and I understand staking. So do not wait for someone, for a promising company, a promising CEO to tell you that he is having a platform, or there is a common platform that does staking, which is very good. So stake or invest in it. Right. Hope it's clear. That is for staking. That is for staking. So we also have what we call NFTs, and we do mention option, then also margin. So we may talk slightly about some of these things before we move on to the sports and then the futures, mainly for today's agenda on advanced session. Hope you understand. Hope you get it. Hope you get it. Well, very good. So it is important for you not to be ignorant about something. And the price of ignorance is expensive, right? The price of ignorance is what? Is expensive. Very good. The price of ignorance is expensive. Good. Let's proceed. So when it comes to forms of trading like NFTs, option, mm, margin, NFTs. When we talk of NFTs, we mean non-fungible tokens. Non-fungible tokens. And mostly it entails buying of artworks, investing in what? In artworks. So NFTs is also a different world on its own in the crypto market, but they use crypto asset to be purchasing those NFTs or those artworks, right? So sometimes some of the NFTs you can use Ethereum to buy them. Some of them too you can use what do you call it, Solana, or depending on the ecosystem that it's using, right? So when it comes to some of these things, for instance, people purchase an artwork because it is beautiful, because it is attractive, and they buy more. And you see, the more people buy some of this artwork, it gain momentum or it gain value, and the price goes up for them to make profits. So when it comes to the risk of NFTs, just like trading on the spot market, NFTs also goes sometimes because celebrities promote NFTs, and celebrities mostly do that for their own selfish benefits, which end up, if you don't have much knowledge about NFTs, you end up losing very huge sums of what money. So option. When we talk of option trading is just another brother of futures trading, but option is more of high risk as compared to futures trading. And then margin is also of low risk, like the spot market, even though it also comes with borrowing or leveraging. Now, back to today's agenda on since Royal Q gives us the opportunity for us to trade on spots and futures. Spots and what? Spots and futures, right? Now, I've briefly explained spot markets and just I was comparing it to the staking process. So when it comes to spot trading, the idea of spot trading has always been about buying assets at a lower price, selling it at a higher price. And the risk involved in the spot market is very low as compared to futures. And I'll explain. The risk involved in trading on the spot market is low as compared to futures. But then the other side of the spot trading is this. One, failing to understand the nature of the coin you are trading, because you have categories of cryptocurrencies, which for some fall under meme coins, right? Some are maybe made in USA coins. We call some of them rehypothecated tokens or coins. So there are categories of what of cryptocurrencies. So if you decide to trade on the spot market, pay attention to this. It is very, very important. If you decide to trade on the spot market, the best way you can trade on the spot market is by understanding the categories of cryptocurrencies so that you may know the nature of the coin you are trading. So when it comes to spot trading, one of the common mistakes that a lot of traders does on the mind, this is an advanced session, so I'm not starting the meaning of spot trading everything. I'm just going advanced. One of the common mistakes a lot of traders do trading on the spot market is by seeing a pumping coin, then they buy, or seeing a hype coin, a hype, then they buy. And some of these hype coins, sometimes they are even valueless. Valueless. Sometimes you just look at the hype. People buy some of the coins because they are being hyped by the market or by influential people on the media. Now, these are some of the things that drain investment because most of these coins goes hype sometimes because a celebrity has been given money to hype the coin. A celebrity has been given money to do it, to hype the coin. That is the reason the coin is performing without any valuable purpose in the crypto ecosystem. Which simply means if you see the hype, if you buy because of the hype, you may end up living to regret. Are we learning? Are we learning? Are we learning? Good, good. Okay, good. Now, that is the reason why if you decide to trade on the spot market, you always need to shine your eyes. Not because the spot market is not good, it's good, but because if you don't know the kind of asset to trade, you may end up trading any asset, any ordinary asset, which may end you up into something different, right? So on the spot market, so in as much as the spot market is about buying low and selling high, it's not every asset that you can trust it too much to buy low. Because sometimes some of the cryptocurrency assets you buy low, and they continue going low without rising. It rise very small. You bought it here and it dropped here, and the only rise it could go is here. So if you bought the asset at point A, it drops to point B. And whilst it is rising, it just in between point B and point C, it just rise something small like this. It never climbed beyond where you bought it. That is the reason why most people have been landed in floating lots for decades. Now just consider, sometimes the tragedy of this issue is that after it refuses to rise here, it may at a point in time rise a little bit, creating another market high. Now, when this happens, it will still go down. Now, it will continue to go down, and after going down for some time, now the next thing you could see is to be monitored, to be monitored. Now, once traders see to be monitored, they realize that now exchanges are monitoring the coin, and any least mistake, they will delist the coin. Delisting simply means they are removing it from their platform, which causes panic in the crypto space. When this panic happens, the coin will be removed automatic, leading you, the person who bought it here, to run huge losses. So when it comes to crypto trading on the spot market, it's not about how long it keeps. Now, mind you, if this coin should keep even 2 years, you don't have problem because the price could still rise back for you to make your profits. But the disadvantage is that if it keeps too long and you are not making the profits, and yet it end up being delisted, it sounds to be so frustrating. And that is the current challenge most people goes through because we refuse to go advance. Sometimes the coin you are trading, it's because you only looked at the short term, because you never go advance or went advance in understanding. You end up buying the asset because you saw that, oh, I just need 1%. And beyond 1%, what you failed to realize was beyond 1% was a dip, which could never rise back again. Are we making sense here? Are you making sense here? Are you making sense here? Very good. Very good. Now we are not here because of signal givers. We are here to learn for us to make personal decisions. Hmm? We are here, so someone asking, is it possible for our leaders and signal givers not to send some of these hype coins to the platform to help some of us who are not more experienced? So that is the reason why you are here to learn, right? So that you can make personal decision for yourself. Hmm? Very good. That is the reason why you are here, to learn yourself so that you can make personal decision. I've hit the bar several times, okay, that when it comes to signal giving, this is an advanced class, so don't mind if I begin to tell you some of the things, because I assume you are here to chill bones. When it comes to signal giving, you can never inscribe what someone should give and what someone should not give. Because I've told you, signal simply means the person's belief. The signal you trade is based on analyst belief. And belief comes from understanding of something, right? With personal conviction. So if you don't have the confidence to make decision, he has got the confidence to make that decision. And mind you, decision does not always mean that you are right. That is the idea. And decision does not always making decision doesn't mean you are right. You could also be wrong. That is the reason why we are saying it is important. This is an advanced class, and it is important for you, the trader who is learning, to ensure you make decisions for yourself and do not base a decision on an analyst, because the analyst is doing his work based on his belief system. I don't know if you get it. You got what I'm saying? So Samuel, I'm not attacking you, but I'm telling you the truth. Do you get what I'm saying? Please, do you get it? Do you get it? All right. Okay. Let's proceed. So the spot trading is so profitable and easy to trade. The only difference is it takes time, which is the word P. So if you decide to be a spot trader, you and this word should be family members. Patience should be your brother, not your wife, not your husband, but your what? Your brother. Because you will need it, not only in spot trading, in all parts of trading, but on spot trading it's more obvious, it's advanced. Your patience should be on advanced level. That is the reason why, after waiting for decades, okay, after waiting for decades, and the coin gets delisted, you only don't get hurt, you faint. You only don't get hurt, you do what? You faint. Eh? You only don't get hurt, you do what? You faint. That is the idea. So when it comes to spot trading, this session, what we are saying is that you need to learn to go advanced, because now Royal Q brought all those coins, not Royal Q. All those coins are there because there are different traders. There are different traders. Some who are serious risk takers. Mind you, that is the reason why an analyst may never be blamed, or a signal giver may never be blamed, because he dropped the signal based on his type of risk. Do you get it? So, for instance, you, the student, that is the reason why it is your due responsibility to learn. So, for instance, we are not yet on the futures market. Let's assume an analyst gave a signal on this coin called jelly jelly. Jelly what? Jelly. Now, if you learn to understand jelly jelly, maybe you know the risk involved and you never intend to trade jelly jelly because it may harm you, right? Notwithstanding, someone who may never agree that they wouldn't trade jelly jelly, he will trade. Do you get it? So the analyst is an experienced trader with his personal belief and convictions, not your belief. You don't believe in what you believe. He believes in what he believes. That is the reason he drops signal. So whenever you are trading a signal, you are trading someone's belief system. When you trade your own signal, you are trading your belief system. Are we learning? Mind you, this is an advanced class, so me, I choose to tell you whatever that an experienced trader needs to hear. Do you get it? Hmm? You get it? So that is the idea. So, in order not for you to faint, it is best you go advance. Understand the nature of the coin you are trading before you proceed to trade them. Now, on the spot market, trading is easy, like I keep saying. It's easy, provided you know the type of coin that you are trading, right? That is the reason you need to go on what you need to go on advance. So on spot trading, if you decide to trade some of the utility tokens, as an example, utility tokens or coins, they have good nature for you, and maybe it may be of good help. So you can write them down, you take your time, you learn more about utility tokens or blockchain assets. Okay, blockchain what? Assets or coins. Take your time, search for it, search for them, find my blockchain coins and utility tokens, get them, trade on those coins. This lesson is to equip you thoroughly for you to go on, make a best good decision about your trading, going on advance. For instance, BTC as an example. Now, today BTC is around, yesterday BTC was around 96. Okay, 96. Someone bought BTC around 123. Now, BTC could go 135, 145. Which simply means even if you see this coin getting to 96K, you are not supposed to be worried, right? Because there is no way Bitcoin. The problem is the coin being delisted or becoming valueless. There is no way Bitcoin will be valueless. There is no way Ethereum will be valueless. There is no way BNB will be valueless. There is no way Solana will be valueless. In less than 6 months, go and take your time, go and search the percentage that all these assets I've mentioned. In less than 6 months, the percentage rise that it has been able to perform, you will see. You will see. Which simply means even if you are talking about longevity here, because you are a trader, you are what? You are a trader. So even if the asset keeps too long, you will still have your income back, your capital back, and profits back. Do you get it? This is what it means to go in advance, because you exactly know what. But to make the best decision for yourself as a trader. Being able to buy, you see, when you are able to buy or trade on some of these utility or blockchain coins or tokens, it helps you enough for you to utilize your capital a lot. Now, for instance, if you are trading on Jelly Jelly now, let's use Jelly Jelly again on the spot market. Assuming you are trading on Jelly Jelly on the spot market, within a short period of time, Jelly Jelly can consume all your money because it may dip very fast. It can dip very fast to consume all your money. It can dip very fast to consume all your money. But if you have BTC, which is Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, SEU, AVAX, and you apply your martingale strategy that we talked about on last Monday, where you open margin calls based on triple effects or doubling effects, you may end up making more profits in the market. That is the pure martingale or the dollar cost averaging we've been talking about. Because When it happens that the price goes up, you may make huge profits. Not on some of these meme coins. You trade on one meme coin and it becomes static for decades. It's be there and you never know either it's going to be delisted or it's going to be sold. Why? Because you never chose an advanced option. You decide to follow the hype or the shortest way to make profits. But one thing about trading is that when you are thinking about profits, think about the coins sequence of the odds of the assets, the effects, what could happen to it if you couldn't make the profit, what could happen, right? So if you only focus on the profits, you may end up being in huge floating loss without knowing what to do because you never studied the nature or the chemistry of the coin. So it is important that if you want to trade on the spot market, you can remain profitable. You can be a profitable trader on the spot market. But in as much as you want to remain profitable trader on the spot market, never forego the fact that floating loss is real and it is not something that anyone is capable of controlling, but it is something that you could control based on the coin you are trading. Are we learning? Are we learning something good? Are we learning something good? Are we learning something good? I'm not talking about performing coins. I'm not talking about performing coins. I said utility tokens or blockchain coins. Are you making sense? Very good. Very good. Very good. That's awesome. When you talk of performing coin, a coin may perform today and it may not perform tomorrow. But when we talk of utility tokens or blockchain projects, they are those coins that have good company backing them or their projects are backed by strong projects which may also stay strong in the market for decades. For instance, just think of it if something bad is to happen to SRP. SRP is a strong project coin which has been here for many years, right? And it will still continue to be here. So if you want to know some of them, just come to CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap. When you get to CoinMarketCap, just come to coins. Okay. Now we have the top 100 cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap. At least you could see the top 100 cryptocurrencies arranged here with their performances. So if you talk about performance based on the best cryptocurrencies, then this may be. But if you talk about just performance, then every asset some may perform today, may not perform tomorrow. Hope you get it. So the question that you are asking, that is what it means, and this is how I can explain to you. So when you come to CoinMarketCap, for instance, some of these coins, you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, SRP, BNB, Solana, Doge. I'm not talking about some of this UA because they are stable coins and you need them as pairs to be able to trade on the other coins. That's the reason I'm jumping them, right? So having some of these coins, you trade on them no matter how the dip. Even some of these coins, when it dip, that is when you can get the confidence to buy more. Do you know why? Because it will soon rise for you to make huge profits. Unlike meme coins, a meme coin will dip and it will never rise. So there are some of you jump into cryptocurrency because you saw maybe a prophet or someone or a celebrity talk about a particular coin which you said, oh, I want to buy this coin. You see, you bought some of them. I know some people came into cryptocurrency because of this coin, HMSTR, my short trade. For the past 1 year, or it started, is it 2023 or 2024? Hamster combats. Then you'll be there, then someone even people, someone that you know that has no idea about cryptocurrency will ask you, have you heard of hamster combat? I'll be like, ah, why did you hear that? Oh, they said it's something. I don't know. Even someone said hamster combat is an animal. That they said when you buy that animal, you'll make more money. I said, ha, hamster combat. Hey, now wow. Those times, most people jump into cryptocurrency because of what? Because of hamster combat. Mind you, this is an advanced session, so we are vibing as advanced traders, right? So you are grooming from becoming a beginner into intermediate or advanced trader. So you need to get some of these lessons right. So people jump here, hamster combat. Most people bought hamster combat, and till date, the price never performed again. Hey, they were told, oh, this coin will give you 200x, 300x, 50x. Look, my dear, let me tell you, if you are looking for a coin that will give you 200x, 50x, don't go invest in meme coins. The fact that you see one person making huge money in that coin doesn't mean so. Take your time and be on your BTC, be on your Ethereum, be on your Solana, be on your SRP, be on your CU, be on your AVAX, XLM, be on those coins. Wait, because when these coins, some of them, when they dip, that's all. They never rise again. You can be on them. It takes just I don't want to use the word grace. Then one day you see that it's performing. If not, the next thing you see is to be delisted. To be delisted. To be listed. The word that faints many people. Doesn't hurt them all. All of a sudden you will be fainted. You will faint. Just because you trusted someone's word who is saying, oh, this coin is going to give you 200x. 200x for where? For where? So coming here, you may be able to see. So my dear, listen, the person asked, you may be able to see most of these performing coins here. So up to 2027. So look at this. How many of you have realized this coin? I don't know if it's the same coin, but I've seen it doing almost 200 or something. Eminency. Eminency. I don't think it's that coin. I saw one coin on Binance yesterday also. It was rising very high. So you see, those who jumped on hamster combat because they wanted to make huge money. Me, every morning, at least every week, I shot hamster one in a week. At least, every week I shot it once in a week. Okay. Do you get the idea? So what we are saying is that learn to go on advance. If you learn how to go on advance on your journey, you may always feel comfortable and excited trading, because trading would never be easy and will never be too difficult for you. You would understand what you are doing before you make a decision. Right. Good afternoon. Right. Okay. Now let me know if you are learning, you get the concept. Do you get what we are saying? Hey, I have plenty messages here. Do you get what we are saying? You get it? Okay. So I'm saying you lose your money forever. So I prefer utility coins. Okay, very good. That's good. Are we learning? We get the concepts. That's awesome. Very good. Very good. Very good. Right. So, spot trading is not difficult. Spot trading is not what? It's not difficult. If only if you understand what you are doing, you decide to go on advance, everything will be so easier and simple for you. You will never stress yourself because you know the coin you are trading and you have the confidence in the coin you are trading. Now let's look at futures trading on Royal Kill. Let's look at futures trading. So mind you, on the spot market, let's I forget this. On the spot market using Royal Kill, you could also, aside applying your triple or doubling effect of martingale, okay, aside applying your triple or doubling effect of martingale, you could also hodl using your royal kill. You could also do what? Hodl using your royal kill. Just buy the assets, pause it. That's all. If you buy the assets, just pause it and leave it. If you want it to grow with time, you see the results. If you want it to grow with time, you'll do what? You'll see the results. All right. Now, let's look at futures markets. Futures markets. Now, just as we started, we talk about derivatives. Derivatives. Futures market is it's part of the derivatives market. On futures, we have two forms of futures markets. We have futures perpetual, futures perpetual, futures perpetual, and then also futures with expiration, futures perpetual, and then futures with expiration. Now it is simple. When we talk of futures perpetual, just as the name itself describes, that is perpetual. When we talk of perpetual, that is unending, on unending. Okay, it doesn't end. So the futures market is a contract market that does not end, a contract which does not expire. And then the futures expiration is a contract which expires. It has got expiration date. So for instance, let me get back using my board. No. Oh, it seems I'm going fast. Let me know if you have any question. If you have any question on the spot market, please ask. So please brief us more on the triple on Dublin Martingle for the sake of those of us who couldn't join during that meeting. All right, so the meeting is on Zoom. My dear Miss, the meeting is on Zoom. That's been recorded on Zoom. Try and go to Zoom. Check on Royal Care Revolution. You will see the videos there. But I'm coming. Let me see if you have any question based on the spot market, please ask. If you have any question based on the spot market, please ask. Yes, I'm still waiting. If you have any question on the spot market, please ask before we proceed. If you have any question on the spot market, please ask before we proceed. Yes, so this time around, my battery will never run down again. By God's grace, by the help of one of our great brothers here, I have a very strong power bank that Immediately it begins to go low, I tap into that anointing of the power bank. Okay. God bless him so much. All right. So if you pause the trade and you select sub in real time settlement, will it sell at fifth call? All right. Then please, perpetual market on spot. Is it still the same as futures? All right. So let's see. Posting a coin, buying it on the fifth call. Now, when you post a coin, the trade ceases to go, right? So if you post a coin, automatically there is nothing like buying and selling again. It ceases until the only thing that moves on is increase and decreasing of value. So let's assume if you have $1,000 and you want it to be buying all the calls, yet you post it once it bought $500, the remaining $500 wouldn't be able to do it, buy again, which simply means if you're expecting that you make profit on the sub sales, you will not make profit on that sub sales because the buying and selling will cease. So please hope you get it. Ready? Next person, please. Perpetual market on spot is it still as futures? So on spot market there is something like perpetual. On the spot market there is nothing like what perpetual market. Perpetual is on the futures market, not spot, because the futures market is a contract, right? So when we talk of perpetual, it's because it's a contract that does not expire, and then the expiration one is a contract that has got expiration date. That is what it means. So over here, let me see. Okay, over here, for instance, okay, for instance, you have you sign up with a contract. Now, the contract that you've agreed is going on long or short. And basically, when we talk of going on long or short, we mean predicting that the price would rise. And then going on short simply means the price would drop. That is what we mean by long and short. Okay. Now, if you predict that the price would rise, you've signed a contract on the leverage, which with time on the expiration, time will be given that maybe by 2020, by December 2025, that trade should end. That is the expiration date. Though you predicted that the price should rise, but the price keeps dropping. So you are still waiting for the price to do or for the price to rise. Maybe the price could rise in January 2026. Once it gets to 2020, December 2025, maybe 26 December 2025, this trade will automatically close in loss. That is the expiration, the futures expiration. Unlike the futures perpetual, the trade will run until your capital is exhausted. So far as you have the capital, it can even be in the market for 2 years. Since your take profit has not been triggered, it can be in the market for what? For 2 years. Or like the word is perpetual, unlimited. Hope you get it. Hope you do get it. Do you get it? All right. Now let's proceed. Now, when it comes to trading on the futures market, I'm changing the baton. I'm changing the baton. When it comes to trading on the futures market, trading on the futures market too is not difficult. Trading on the futures market is not difficult. The thing is, sometimes traders make trading on the futures market to be so difficult, right? Traders make trading on the futures market to be so difficult. Why? Because they always want to make what they call unrealistic profits. Two, traders behave like kids. Traders behave like what? Like kids. They never know when to say, I am satisfied. Satisfied. Hmm? You see how kids behave? You give a kid bread. Even these days, kids are becoming gentle. You give him bread, he will eat. You'll be eating beans and he'll still be around. You give it to him, he will eat. You'll be eating rice, you give it to him, he will eat. You'll be eating biscuits, you give it to him, he will eat. Toffee, he will eat. How? Everything you want to eat. Everything you want to eat. Because kids never get satisfied. Even when they are satisfied, they never know when to say, I am full. That is their problem. So the next thing you will see is they will shit on themselves. So those times most kids used to shit on themselves because they like eating too much. And that is the exact thing that happens to most traders. The mindset of trading. And sometimes the tragedy is most traders want to make all the money they are not making in their entire life. They want to make it in a day, in a month. Hmm? They want to make it in a day or in what? In a month. That is the challenge of with the most traders trade on the futures market. Because on the futures market, unlike the spot market, the futures market is more of psychological trade something. Just imagine you enter a trade within a short period of time, you make $100. How will you feel? You feel like, what? This short period of time I've made $100? Oh, then I can do more. I can do what? I can do more. That is where the challenge begins. Hmm? So if you lose the mindset of trading on the futures market, you become very frustrated and losing become part of you, right? Losing become part of you because you don't have the mindset of trading. So always what I've been saying is that when someone says you want to trade on the futures market, the first experience or advanced knowledge you need to get is mindset of trading. On the spot market, you don't need any mindset of trading because when the market goes against you, you wait. On the futures market, when the market goes against you, you will lose. This is what you need to understand. So you need to ensure that you are making a decision which would ensure your winning wouldn't be too much, your losses wouldn't be too much as compared to your winnings. Is that clear? So you need to say no when you are satisfied, or you need to know the food that will make you satisfied. You need to know what to eat and what not to eat. Not every food that you have to eat. And in reference to this, I'm not talking about banku, I'm talking about results. Now, let me share a typical example. There is this account that I handle. I activated it just 2 days ago. Okay, I activated this account 2 days ago with a capital of $50, and I wanted to observe something here. Uh, we have to stop sharing my screen because why? Okay, okay, so let me log out of this particular account. So okay. Now this is the account, okay? So if you look at this particular account, it's we activated it on is it sixth I said sixth, 4th November. It was very nice. I activated very nice. Okay. And I'm trading this for my younger brother. Okay. I'm trading this for my younger brother. So this is it. Right. We deposited only $50. If you think I'm telling lies, you can see the difference here. We deposited only $50. This is the result for 2 days. I want you to learn something. This is the results. This trade I opened it not long ago. Where is it? Very good. I opened this trade not long ago. Right. Now, I've made up my mind that this particular account, since within 2 days, I've made more than 50% of the capital. If I would trade on this particular account again, maybe it will be 5 days time or 10 days time, because I assume within a month we just need to double the money. That is all. And you can see within 2 days, the money is almost getting doubled, right? So I have to stop the trading. 5 days time, I'll get back again. Are we learning something? 5 days time. Now, this is it. It hasn't been liquidated. This is check what is there. Check. When you check, you will see the difference. I said it's $50. So if I'm telling lies, you'll get to know that I'm telling lies. Me, I'm not a guy who like giving screenshots here and there, right? Yeah, because if I give you the knowledge and it's not working, yourself, you know that it is not working. That is me. If it's working, you know. So since I know whatever I give, I practice, I don't worry myself. I don't have to give you more screenshots before you know that I'm doing the work. So when you look at this particular account as an example, you could see we said $50. Look at deduct the profits from it, and you know that it is $50 that we started with. Do you get it? So within just 2 days, that is the result. Now, like I'm telling you, I need to tell myself that okay, 5 days break. Why 5 days break? Because I'm considering 30 days. I'm considering what 30 days, which simply means even if you are working in Ghana here and they are paying you 1,000 cedis a month in Ghana here, if they are paying you 1,000 cedis, Masa, let me tell you something. I just consider all these things. If they are paying you 1,000 cedis a month and you come here, don't expect to earn 1,000 cedis in your trading a month. Expect to earn 50% of your salary from your online work. That is the meaning of to say you are paying yourself. Assume it's a business. So you can't start trading within 3 days. You compare your salary, I'm earning 5,000 cedis a month. So I want to earn times two of my capital using in trading. When you do that, the first thing that you will see is liquidation. You even end up losing all your salary. The first thing that you see is what is liquidation. Are we making sense? Are you making sense here? Do you get it? So develop the habit of not trading every day. That is when to say you are satisfied with what you are getting, right? So if your first month, first 2 months, if this is the result that you are earning, take your time. Don't rush to make all the money because you are earning 1,000 cedis a month. Now I have to make sure that all the 1,000 cedis I will make it in my trading. Think of it as a part-time. Make 50% of your salary, 60% of it from your trading. Now develop the process. If God permits and 2 3 months you are making 300% of your salary, that is fine. The next thing is this money, as you see, once it get doubled or once we make $30 profit, we will begin to remove the $50 we started using to trade. So now what are we doing? We are using the profit to trade, no more the $50. This is another part of it. Now, mind you, this is an advance. In advance, we talk about a lot of things. So you can also decide to compound it. Now, you've made $30 profit. It's two things. Either remove the $50, use the $30 to start trading. This is the reason why most people liquidation visits them and they become so frustrated because there is no strategy. Remove the $50, set it aside. And mind you, this money that I'm talking about, $50 is here. Remove the $50, start trading with the $30. And when you start trading with the $30, and you even if you get liquidated with the $30, you know you still have $50 again. So start trading with the $30 or add $5 or $10 to this particular trade, making it $60, and set aside the $20 as your profit. Set aside the $20, which simply means you are taking profits. That is the meaning of compounding. Compounding does not mean that add all the $70 that use all the money. But compounding means you take profit, you add part of it. So just like if you are a business person, now if you are owning a business or you are selling something, you make profits daily. You are not supposed to add all your money to all your profit to your capital. It is very wrong. It is very, very wrong to do that. Divide the money into three. Listen, divide your profits into three. Add one to your capital, save one, and set aside one elsewhere for nothing. Or better still, you take one, you save one, you add one. So this become what you enjoy, this become what you are adding to the capital, then this become what you are saving. I'm teaching you something new this afternoon. Pay attention. Look, if you practice this, it will help you. Be strategic in trading because trading is not for you. The market does not belong to your family member, any of your family members. No. So be strategic. Be what? Be strategic. Are we learning? Let me know if my audience are here with me. Are we learning? Do you understand what we are saying? Do you understand? Some of you've never taken profit before. All your profit visit back into liquidation together with your capital. Some of you've never taken profit before. Both your profit and your capital visits the market again to the front of liquidation. Are we learning for free? Are we learning? Are we learning? This message is important. There, that's the truth. Some of you never take profit. You've never enjoyed your capital, your trading result before. Both your capital and your profit, everything visits back the market and you become empty. You go back to borrow money again to come and start. Then it also visits back the market again. Are you a monk? Hmm? You're not a monk. Hmm? That is it. So you need to understand, and once you understand this, it will really help you. So the principle is this. Now, me over the years, I've been using huge capital in one of my accounts to trade, and the rule is simple. On futures markets, I know I can be liquidated. When I make profits, I buy my favorite assets. Either I buy Ton, Solana, or Bitcoin. Me, I've been buying Ton a lot. Make profits, buy Ton, Solana, Bitcoin, or Ethereum. Listen, this is a strategy. No one will tell you the secrets. This is an advanced class, so you need to get this free of charge. make profits. So the rule is compound your money. In the rule of compounding, you need to get a plan for compounding your money. So let's assume you started with $50. You've made $100. You will sit down and observe till this $100 gets liquidated. Then you become so frustrated, as if a cat that has been water has been that they pour water on. You become so confused, like an evil spirit. You don't even know what to do, either to torment yourself or for someone to torment you. Listen, you brought $50 into this market. Why are you waiting for you to be liquidated? What are you doing with the money? Because you want to grow this account to get to $1,000. Wait, you want to grow this account, you want to grow this $50 to get to $1,000. Okay, no problem. When liquidation visits you, you will know how bitter it is. So the safest way to go by this is what I'm teaching you this afternoon. Now, make profit. If you care enough, whatever profit you make a day, take profit out of it. So you have $50. Today you made $10 out of the $50, right? Today you did what? You made $10 out of the $50. Divide it into 3 or 2. So 3. Now take 1 for yourself. Use 1 to buy an asset and add 1 to your capital. So you add 1 to your capital, which is the $50. You spend 1, you use 1 to buy an asset. Does it make sense? Is it a good thing? Is it a good thing to do? Is it a good thing to do? You know, is it good to do? Let me know. Let me know. Is it good to do that? Why must you do that in the first place? Now listen. Very good. Why must you do that? Listen, because the futures market. Look, were you not here? Were you not here? Were you not here? Listen, were you not here? Were you not here when the person who bought the Lamborghini, just one market dip, just one showdown, the market gave first, all of a sudden he killed himself. He died. Because of futures markets. Now, mind you, the question is, would the person give up to dying on the spot market? Would the person give up to death on the spot market? Answer. Would the person give up to death on the spot market? Because the market has dipped, even if it's 80% dip. Would the
Never,
person
never, 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 never.
Simple as that. Yeah, so my son is also saying never. You see, even the young man is saying never. He will never do that. Right? He will never do what? He will never do that. But because it is futures market, so my clue is simple. Me, I love trading on the futures market because I make a lot of money on the futures market, but I don't rely on the futures market. Me, I don't rely on the futures market. I invest because there is money in the spot market. There is more money in the spot market. The real money in cryptocurrency does not come from trading futures. The real money in cryptocurrency comes from the spot market. Listen, I'm reducing my voice because I don't want anyone to hear this apart from you. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm reducing my voice because I don't want anyone to hear apart from you. Listen. The real money is not in the futures market. It is in the what? It is in the spot market. Like, is it going? Do you get it? I'm gossiping, like I'm telling you a secret. I don't want anyone to hear this. Listen. Like, listen, no. I don't like what you are doing. I said, just listen. I don't want anyone to hear this. I want to talk to you alone. The real money is not in the futures market. So don't rely on the futures market. Trade on the futures market, rely on the spot market. The message, John, do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? He said, why? He said, why? Yeah, I'm gossiping to you. You are still asking me why. You want everyone to hear what I'm talking about. Hmm? He said, why? How? I'm gossiping to you. Hmm? You still want people to hear my voice and say, hey, I'm exposing the secrets. Once they hear that I'm exposing the secrets, now you see they'll take me to police station. How do I answer that? I said, listen. Now, listen, listen to me. If you want to build future, if you want to build future, it is not on the futures market. If you want to build future, it is not on the futures market. It sounds so deceiving that it is futures, but it doesn't build any future because until you get liquidated, you will know that it doesn't build any future. Listen to me. Me, I said I trade on the futures markets a lot. None of you here trade on the futures markets more than I do. I make good profits on the futures markets, but I don't rely on the what on the futures market. Why? Sorry. Why? Because on the futures market, anything is capable of happening. Now, mind you, if you go long on BTC and you buy BTC on the spot market, when the market goes against you on both spot and futures, will you lose your money in the futures market or not? Will you lose your money in the futures market or not? But on the spot market, will you lose your money? The answer is no. You will not lose your money. But on the spot, on the futures market, you will lose the money once the market goes against your schedule or your take profits or sorry, your stop loss or whatever. You will lose the money. So whilst you think of trading on the futures market, it is good. Me, I will tell you the truth. Oh, it's your personal decision to make. Now, mind you, this is an advanced class, and I'm speaking to someone who wants to advance himself in knowledge, not someone who wants to paint his mind to be black. Mhm. Good. So if you like trade BTC, long it or short it, someone too should buy BTC.
All right. I think his network is not all that stable. So let's wait a bit and see how he comes in again.
Okay. All right, so I guess I'm back here. Am I back here? Okay, so Vincent, make me the host and let's proceed. It seems I forgot to get a co-host. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're loud and clear now. Yeah,
All right.
sure.
Okay, so Vincent, make me the host and let's proceed. All right, so let's proceed as we wait for him to do that. Okay, so that is it. Vincent, can you hear me? All right. Okay, thank you. So let me quickly do that. Okay, so first you assist in case I vanish. You prompt me. Present yourself to. Okay. Okay, so Naomi, please. Let's make your call so that you assist in case I vanish. All right, let's proceed. So that is the idea, right? So if you want to stay long in this market, you need to be strategic. You need to be what? Strategic in your decision making, in whatever you do, you need to be strategic. So what we are saying is simple, right? Now, we are not saying don't trade on the futures market because that is where you will make your money to invest, right? That is where you make your money to invest. The idea is not just to be trading. The idea is not just to be what? To be trading. You wake up, you trade, you wake up, you trade. No, that is not it. But you need to get plan for trading. And we are focusing on long term. We are long term traders. Okay, so you trade on the futures market, you make profit. Learn to use part of that money. Spend some, of course, you will spend. Spend some. You can't spend all the money. Do not spend all your money. Use part of it to buy assets on the spot market. Now, no matter how reddish all the assets may be, it will still rise again. That is ditto. But if you mistakenly long and it drops on the futures market, all your money would also go. So what we are saying is, assuming this particular account that we are talking about, assuming that you've been able to make profits, you've made $30 profits with $50. My friend, this is enough. There is no way you get this profit in your bank account within just a month. There is no way you use $50 to get $30. Ah, even some of these Ponzi schemes, just let's look at it. Even if you are earning 10% on your capital as a Ponzi scheme, let's look at it. If it is 10% that you are earning, let's look at 10% of $50 daily. Let's look at it. What will be the answer? Can give me the answer in the chat box, or we do it together. That is $5. A high Ponzi scheme is what it will give you the such return. No Ponzi scheme will give you such a return of 10%. Okay, these days Ponzi scheme don't do that. That is a very highly risky Ponzi scheme. And a short period of time they will take it away. So you need to be strategic here. That if you have been able to earn this money within a period of time in less than a month, protect it by being strategic on the money. If not, you will lose everything again and you come to square zero. I believe the message is home. So when it comes to compounding does not always mean that you are adding all your money. So you have $50 as your capital, trading capital. You've made $2 today. Tomorrow you've made another $2. That is $4. Add $1 or $2, depending on your preference, to this capital and release the rest into maybe investment by buying a new asset. Hope it's clear. This is the meaning of compounding. Compounding does not mean that, okay, today I've made $2, so let me add 2 plus 50. No, that is being strategic in your compounding. So you add part of it to your capital, you use the rest to do whatever you want to do, either by saving it or investing in other coins, which may help you in the future. Look at the time you start trading on futures market, and you keep losing all your money with time. Just imagine if all the profits you made, you use part of it to be buying an asset with time. Don't you think, even though you'll be liquidated, but yet you'll be having some assets hodling in your accounts now? Now here is the case. You don't have any money to trade. Even you don't even have any money that if it happened that they said bull run now, if the bull run is happening today, or if it's indeed it's going to happen, what do you have? You don't have anything, but you are trading every day. It's because you are not being strategic. Hmm? It's because you are not being what? Strategic. This is trading counseling. It's an advanced class, so me, I'll tell you the truth. You are not being strategic. So if you are waiting, they will tell you, you will see, even if it happened, and let's assume the market should pump very high today, that something good should happen to every trader. Do you have a benefit in it? Futures trading does not bring such benefits. Futures trading is okay, today we've seen the market is rising, we've all long it, that is all. But for spot trading, it comes with excess benefits in the future. While the futures trading look at the eminent solution, that is the present results, the spot trading looks at long-term results. So don't only look at the present, look both the present. It is the present that will help you to get the future. So use the present result to build your future results. Let me know if my audience are making sense here. Are you do you get what we are saying? Hmm? Ask your question. Ask your question. So my question is, ask your question. Hmm? Hmm? Ask your question. All right. Okay. So that is it, right? Now, so compounding would become so easy for you, and you always live in life of what hope in the future, because you have an asset that may deliver in the future for you. The next thing is that you have to consist on your action. Why? Because on the futures market, you could only remain profitable trader on the futures market if you remove greed out of your dictionary. Greed. The word greed kills a lot of people in the futures market. And that is what we are still saying, because we are not strategic. Greed is your friend. You make $100 today. The next day, you still want to use all the $100 to trade, so that you can make, you can use the, since you use $50 to make $100, the next day you want to use all the $100 to trade, so that you can make $200. That is greed. This is not strategic. You are being greedy. There is no strategy in your trade. It is just an act of greediness. Hmm? It is just an act of what? Greediness. That is all. So you need to be strategic here. Look, let me tell you, sometimes you feel like giving up because you look at your accounts, the money you deposited, there is even 10% is not even in your account today. The money you deposited, 10% is not even in your account, or even not even a dollar. A dollar is not in your account today. And you feel so embarrassed, you feel so regret, you feel so confused, you feel so frustrated, because you never lived on strategy. You just lived on the hope of trading. The futures market, like I keep saying, it is good. It will help you, but you need to be strategic. So just imagine you wake up today and you realize, oh, even though I've been liquidated, but let me look at the the result I've gained in futures trading. At least I've been able to buy some assets. It's just like you lose some property. Maybe let's assume you've stolen money in a company. You'll be taken to jail. But the thing is, even if you look back, you never wasted that money. You've used part of the money to buy lands, properties. So you know that you are even free. At a point in time, you could even get results or future reference. Here is you who stole all the money and you never used the money to do anything and you still lost it. So just like the futures, you've made good money in the futures market and you're still giving it back to the market. And here is you are hopeless now. You don't even have a hope. You feel like no, like everything is so bad. But I believe after this lesson, you are learning something new and it will begin to impact your decision. Do you get it? Because this is your situation. You are not building anything. And you yourself you are not owning any assets in the crypto space. You keep trading every day, your money goes into the market. You trade every day. As it stands, I have a team. I make money from my team. I trade, I make money. So let's assume, even if I lose everything, okay? Let's assume you lose everything today. It's possible that you may get capital from your team results because you have that to still trade. But here is you lose anything, you are not building anything, and you are not investing anything. So trade, invest. That is the rule. So that in terms of disparity, even when your futures account is empty, you still have asset that you are owning. That is the rule of compounding. So compounding does not mean always adding your money to profit to money, profit to the capital all the time. No. Compounding comes with strategy, and you must be strategic in your compounding. Now let's move on. Let's move on. I believe this is enough. Let's move on. Press to another thing. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Okay, so on the spot side of Royal Kill, we can't take 100% profit if the coin should pump or the bull run should happen. So would you advise I trade futures? You said you can't take 100%. Are you talking about okay? So on the sports side of Royal Kill, you can take 100% profit if the coin run up, if the bull run should happen. So would you advise I trade futures, get profit and invest in an asset on any wallet or on the sports side of Royal Kill? All right. So there are two sides of this. On the sports market, it's all about the taking 100% profit. You pause the asset. So using your Royal Kill, you are using the exchange. Listen, you are using the exchange to trade in your Royal Kill account, right? So all what you have to do is to pause the trade. Let me see. Where is my the thing is hiding. Unless I unshare and reshare again. Okay. So in the futures market, sorry, on the spot market, hmm, you pause the assets. Now, when you pause the assets, what it simply means is you can even go for 1,000%, 1,000%, because you decide this time round you are not giving it a fixed formula that okay, go for take profit of 1%. You are pausing it because you want to decide the profit. So if the assets rise to maybe 100% and you are satisfied with it, you close the trade. If it rises to 1,000% and you are satisfied with it, you close the trade. So you can use your Royal Q to do anything of such that you want to do. Well, if you still want to use your exchange, there is nothing wrong. But I advise you use your Royal Q since it's a good nature and a good way of building, use that. Right? All right. So let's proceed. Let's proceed. Now the next thing on the futures market, let me know if there is any other. So yeah, I truth said sometimes that one is a fact. Let's proceed. So please, it's still not clear. What I'm saying is, on the spot market, you have to pause the trade, right? Messi, are you with me? You have to pause the trade. When you pause the trade, even if you want to go for 1,000%, you can do what? You can go for 1,000%. So you use your Oracle, you set up the trade, you pause the trade. That is all what it means. So even when the bull runs up and you want to go for 1,000%, the asset itself will rise to 1,000% before you close the trade yourself. That is what we are trying to mean. So your question is all about where to do that and how to get your 100% profits. So the 100% profit will not come because you go for a take profit of 100%, right? It's because you are holding the assets to wait for 1,000 or 100% rise. That is what it means. Hope it's clear. Hope it's clear. Hope it's clear. All right. All right. All right. Let's proceed. Now, let me add few touching points to the futures trading. Let me add few touching points to the futures trading. Then we bring this session to an end. We've spent, I guess, 2 hours here. Spent 2 hours here. So let me bring few touching points to it so that we bring the session to an end. Now, one thing about the futures market, and over time, people continue to debate about this. It's two. That is the cross margin, and then isolated margin. Cross margin, isolated margin. Now, mind you, this is an advanced class. People ask which one is the best. There is nothing like which one is the best. It's about knowing what will fit you, what will help you, and go for it. Right? If you are afraid of total liquidation, when I say total liquidation, on the cross margin, if liquidation triggers, it's wipe out all your capital in your futures account. So the next thing is, do not keep all your trading capital in your futures account. That is the next thing. The next rule is, do not keep all your trading capital in your futures account. Only keep the amount of money you can use to trade at the moment. So if it is $100 that you want to use to trade futures at the moment, keep that money. Do not keep more than what you are not willing to use to trade in the futures market, especially on the cross margin. Especially on the cross margin, because on the cross margin, when liquidation happens, it will wipe out everything that you have. So if you have $500 and you think, oh, I was only using $100, so don't worry, all the $500 will go. That is when you learn something new. You feel the plasma, like the heat, you begin to sweat. Like you don't understand. You'll be in AC condition, but air condition, but then you'll be sweating. Do you get it? Now, so in this case, with cross margin, me personally, I prefer cross margin. I normally use cross margin, even though I use both cross margin and isolated margin, but I prefer cross margin sometimes, most of them. Right? Now, cross margin helps you to get what you call open trade. If you have $100 and you open a trade of, let's say, $20, all the $80 reserves, and it keeps the close open for a long term or a long period of time, right? Now, isolated margin protects your capital. So if it is $20 that you expose, the $80 remains intact, and it is only $20 that get exposed to the markets, which simply means when liquidation triggers, it is only the $80 that will go out of the market. You get it? So over here, that even though you've exposed $20 to the market, it is only $80 that is still all the $100 are still in working, because it still uses the 80 part of the $80 to keep your trade intact in the market. Unlike the isolated margin, it is only $20 that is operating in the market, right? So between the two, decide which one is good for you, then you use it. But I advise, if you think you are too afraid of losing all this money, then use your isolated and go your way, right? Use isolated margin and go your way. If not, cross margin is okay. Then you can use cross margin so that you make your profits even on the long term. If it's happening that then the price or the asset keeps long before it delivers, you still hit back your profit because of this $80 that serves as backup for your trade. Hope you get it. Hope you get it. Do you get it? Since I'm exhausted, so we have to bring the session to an end. I would say not really. So if I already have a coin trading in cross margin and I add another one in isolated, will the cross margin trade still use all my balance? Yes, 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 yes. It will. It will. It will. It will. It will. It will do. So Helena is saying she doesn't get it. So on futures, is it possible to change your take profit ratio on the robot when a coin has dipped while maintaining your take profit trigger price? Yes, of course, you can do that. You can change your take profit. You can change your take profit trigger price. You can change it. Now that you don't buy or sell when you pause the trade, does it mean your first buying amount should be more? Now that you don't buy or sell when you pause the trade, does it mean your first, yes, so in that case, your first buy amount should be more. That is all. Your first buy amount should be more. So does it mean pausing the trade will override your strategy settings of maybe 5%? Yes. So in that case, if you pause a trade, if you pause a trade, if you pause a trade, it goes beyond your take profit. It goes beyond that. So you would be the one to decide on the profit to go for, no longer the strategy that you are using. Okay, so I believe all questions has been answered. So Byron is asking on futures, is it possible to change your take profit ratio? So like I said, you can do that. So if I already have a coin trading in cross margin, all right, so I guess I've answered that question too. So when it's asking if I put the money in fund wallets instead of unified. So that is I guess you are using Bybit. You are using Bybit. So instead of unified, whilst trading on futures mode, while not using isolation mode, can it affect the money in funding? So the answer is no. It cannot affect it. It can only affect the funds that you have in your unified account. Okay, it can only affect the money that you have in your unified account. So does it mean pausing the trade would override your strategy settings, maybe 5%? Let me see. I guess, yeah. Okay. So I guess that is all. All right. So, guys, I think we should end here. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I think we should end here. Yeah, I think we should end here. So if God permits, tomorrow is Friday, and Friday we have Q&A. Mind you, this evening Coach Mo will be available for the snipers entry. Coach Mo will be available for snipers entry. I'll communicate with him to see if he'll be available to handle that session very smoothly for us. So get prepared. We shall meet again this evening for such session too. So guys, I believe you've been able to learn something this afternoon. Go and practice. If you still want to watch the videos, they are on YouTube. They are on YouTube, and you take time, watch them again, and then enjoy the session. Anytime, anywhere you want to learn, feel free. Always, you are welcome, and we are always willing to help everyone to grow as well. So, my advice to you: learn to go pro. Learn to go pro. Learn to go advance in whatever you are doing. Take your time to learn and understand before you make the right decision. If not, you may end up living your life to regret. And regret is only in the dictionary of, sorry to say, fools. And in as much as you are not one, you must always learn to go pro before you make good decision. So keep growing, and I believe it takes time to grow. So keep growing and keep asking questions. Don't be fearful to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't feel shy to ask questions. Always feel free to ask questions. And I believe through question and answer sessions, you may be able to grow with time. So keep doing that, and ensure you may be joining all the necessary meetings you have to join, which may also impact and give you more confidence in your journey, because in so doing, you may end up growing very well. If you also wish that, okay, I'm too tired, I don't love personal classes, and you want to go for extra classes, always leaders are welcome, and they will assist you in going for extra classes beyond free class, which may be also of course. So if you don't want it to, then always be available here to learn, so that you didn't go for extra classes. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is the message we have to share this afternoon. Thank you all for your time. Thank you for being here with us this afternoon, and I wish you all the best in your trading journey. Have a good day. Let me check out to see how things are going. Let me see. I had an open trade before leaving. Let me see. Okay, believe it's here. Okay. Oh, it's close. It's close. It's close. It's close. It's close. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Those some I know some of you are going. Some I know some of you are going. Me, I'm coming to trade. So I'm coming to trade. Let me see. I already have my setup. Let me get back here and set for my good friend. Can join me though. If you don't mind, you can join me. Let me check. If no, I guess I have to wait. Guess I have to wait. This time around, those who would love to go on long, it may be good for you. Me, I prefer to go on short. It seems this time around I have to exercise patience and then wait. If I go on short, it will go against me. So I'd prefer I wait for some time and get back. I'll be on this and start this evening to see if I can make a little profit. So for now, my setup is already gone. So we shall meet again on the platform. I wish you all the best and have a good day. Bye.